What's up, everybody? You're now tuned in to Check the Scoreboard Radio. Right here on Q4. It's another beautiful Sunday. Hope y'all tuned in on the TuneIn app, iTunes Radio, and www.q4.org. We're going to go ahead and get into some of this new neat that just dropped this week. Let's go.
Yo, it's the joy that we live in, coming from the soul and the glow unforgiving. Hella gold, rocking out the cover what I'm missing. The picture the poor niggas, you painting the poor picture. I'm breaking the mold, it's a new day. We love our own skin, it's a new wave. Elevated going higher like a bouquet. No apologies given, I don't care what they say. From some of the fall days, we gon' do amazing things. Put the guns down, give our girls wedding rings. Bleed for my brother, let him know we are kings. Party like this Prince 9-9, live our dreams. Love it means, can't stop, won't stop, low bro, flow, loving it. Need Rita J, I can take it off my bucket list. And I'm grateful we came together. Made a song you can rock to and sing forever. Cause we do it for love. Everything we do, yo, we do it to rise up above. Put them up, wave them like you just don't care. Get them up, spread love and live it up.
Cause we do it for love. Everything we do, yo, we do it to rise up above. Put them up, wave them like you just don't care. Get them up, spread love and live it up. What it is, what it do, move and shake, show and prove. Feeling good, how are you? Operate nice and smooth. Got the tools to infuse, fine tune, shows and view. High noons, housing you, full moons coming through. Dope lines soothing you, hard rhymes grooving you. Getting mine, hard time, change the sign, staying true. I know you wanna ooh, I got you on the eye. Be rocking shit that's fly. Me, oh my. Come with me, touch the sky. Don't worry about my guy. Be ready to apply, make magic multiply. Keep rising on that high, and watch out for that low. Not telling you no more, release and let it go. I'm with you, gotta flow. For freedom, never cold. Enrich but didn't know. Shy city till it blow. Illuminated glow. Available in stones. Rita J and E, planting seeds, watch them grow.
Cause we do it for love. Everything we do, yo, we do it to rise up above. Put them up, wave them like you just don't care. Get them up, spread love and live it up.
Cause we do it for love. Everything we do, yo, we do it to rise up above. Put them up, wave them like you just don't care. Get them up, spread love and live it up.
Enlightened like freedom fighters, we ghetto dreaming. And that it the illest writer aim to achieve it. Bonita, apple bomb, breathing a scheme deeper. She gon' be the serpent, the purpose to pull on born leaders. And I done seen the stranger things, but when you want love, living, you live in the change. Not addicted to the jewels, the dollar signs and the pain. Come along with the fame, that come with the flames. Word
in my own skin, built to win, in my own zone. Never alone, that's word. Got a herd full of opportunity, community, peace, love, unity, having fun. Work is never done, missions on the run. Message weighs a ton, shining like the sun, that's word. Feelings felt, getting dealt, that's heard. Shaking never stirred, mics melt.
Cause we do it for love. Everything we do, yo, we do it to rise up above. Put them up, wave them like you just don't care. Get them up, spread love and live it up.
Cause we do it for love. Everything we do, yo, we do it to rise up above. Put them up, wave them like you just don't care. Get them up, spread love and live it up. What.
Check the Scoreboard Radio where music and sports talk collide. What a beautiful Sunday today. Word of mouth, what's the word? Best barber in the land. You're now tuned in to Check the Scoreboard Radio where music and sports talk collide. Beautiful Sunday, basketball, go game 1, Golden State, Houston Rockets. They live right now.
Tie game 53-53.
At the half.
Just started third quarter.
Just started third quarter.
Yes, sir.
You know how them third quarters be for Golden State? Flukes. Just remember that word, flukes. Salute to my man Dawee. He, he got to hit the Rockets in 7. I don't.
Golden State with the home court.
56%. They shoot 56% from the field. Rockets shooting like 43% from the field. Anytime Golden State shoot 56% against anybody, they will win the game.
They win.
There's no way they'll lose that game. It's just some defensive mishaps, and I'm sure Steve Kerr made the right adjustments in the locker room. So that's one thing you got to know. It's a defensive game, and if they shooting 56%, the defense ain't there for Houston. But in front of me to the left, pause. My brother Rashid Hadi on the ones and twos, making it do what it do.
What's up, everybody?
To the left of him, my brother Chuck 360 in the place to be.
Peace and blessings.
Lupe's in the building. Say peace to Lupe. Say peace, Lupe. I got control of the phone today so I can shift the cameras and stuff. You know what I mean? But we in here today. Today's business. But just go with this one. Today's business. We're going with Team Culture Clothing.
That's a good choice.
If you guys don't know what Team Culture Clothing is, it's our merch site, Team Culture Clothing. TeamCultureClothing.com. The way you spell it, straight out. www.teamcultureclothing.com. The way you spell it. Go get your merch. Everything. We got everything coming. We got a few events coming. Salute to my bro, Neek. He just dropped Quest Bar.
Yeah.
What day was that? Last what?
Last Wednesday, I think it was.
Last Wednesday. He dropped Quest Bar last Wednesday. Been getting great feedback so far. You know, that's all. We put out great music. We show people a great time, and we get love in return. You know what I'm saying? If you want your business highlighted on Check the Scoreboard Radio, email us at csb23 at gmail, csbradio23@gmail.com.
Yeah, that's it.
It's been a while, man.
That sounds about right.
Email us at csbradio23@gmail.com. If you want your music highlighted on Check the Scoreboard Radio, email us at csbradio23@gmail.com.
Yes,
2 qualifications for the music. It has to be profanity free, and secondly, it has to be that fire. If it ain't that fire, we're gonna turn it into a ninja spark, a frisbee out the side window or out the sunroof. It's going out the car. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since we've been up here, man. We've been quite busy doing what we do, making moves, moving, shaking, and popping. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
But that's what it is. You know what I mean? But let's get the show started. We back at it. Be looking for that call, because big guy, he gonna call in no time.
No doubt.
But right now we got the NBA playoffs popping off.
Man, it is starting in a good way today. We got Boston and Milwaukee. They went at it early this afternoon.
Boston got that W.
Boston went in and got the W. A lot of people expected Milwaukee to go ahead and take game 1, but Boston had other plans. You know, Kyrie came to play. This is the Kyrie that, you know, you hear about as far as being one of the top point guards or players, really, in the NBA. He put the squad on his back and took them to victory.
What's crazy? Go ahead.
You know, I don't know if he's going to be able to do that all series, but that's a big game. Game 1 to steal one out of Milwaukee on the road. That's a big one. That's a big one.
That's a huge pause. That's a big one. Pause on that one. But, you know, they went and stole game 1. Kyrie's he basically demanded his respect, man. He picked it up like he's having one of his best postseasons in his career right now. You know, he's picking up the play. He's leading his team like people, you know, demanded him to do, and that's what he's doing right now. Stole game 1. You know, call us if you want to call in and join the conversation. 312-985-7834. Once again, 312-985-7834 if you want to tune in and call in. Tune in at Q4 Radio. Right now we got Golden State. We got Golden State going on. What's the score, Chuck?
Last I checked, 56-53. Third quarter had just started, so they really just getting it going. But as soon as they heat up in that fourth quarter, that's really the quarter I want to see is that fourth quarter.
56-53. Who winning that?
Right now, Rockets.
Okay. Yeah, it heats up in the fourth quarter. That's when the game really gets going. You know.
Okay. Update on that. 58-58. Tie game.
They going at it.
58-58 tie game.
They going at it. But I won't say if let's say Golden State lose this series.
Means nothing.
Say if they lose this series.
Yeah. Oh, you mean say the series of this game?
The series.
The series. Oh, my bad. Okay. The series. Okay.
Let's say Golden State loses this series. The playoffs are up for grabs.
At that point, yeah.
Because I don't see it's teams in the series it's teams in the playoffs that's left that can beat Houston, like Boston,
Toronto.
They could beat Houston.
Now, we got to talk about Toronto. We got to talk about Kawhi Leonard, and what he's been able to do in Toronto with his squad. I mean, he's really established himself as one of the top 3 players this season, especially in these playoffs. I mean, what he did in these playoffs was so far has been just phenomenal. Again, taking the team on his back and showing you the difference between an all-star and a superstar.
Taking the team on his back.
Oh man.
Whoa.
But yeah, I mean, DeMar DeRozan is definitely an all-star.
Yeah.
But Kawhi Leonard is a superstar, and you see the difference in the play. You see the difference in how the team functions, especially in these playoffs.
Yeah. This is where it's time to play.
Yeah.
They stepping up. Siakam, Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, he's really stepped up.
He's playing like he's all-star worthy next year. He's all-star worthy next year. And Toronto, if the thing is Kawhi Leonard going to stay?
I think a lot is going to depend upon what they do in these playoffs.
Right.
If they're able to really take it to the max and even make it all the way to the finals, which is very possible.
Yeah.
I mean, leave for what? I mean, to go where? I mean, you got a team that is your team. Yeah, that's his team. You destined to come out of the East.
You better believe the LA Clippers have a lot of bait.
Oh yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
They made it to the playoffs. You can say how many games Bron missed or whatever. They had enough time to, get busy.
Right.
They they made it to the playoffs without a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
So that's enough bait right there. And dude he from Cali.
Yeah, my only concern with that situation is the West. And the West is tough. You got a lot of competition out of the West. In the East, you're really talking about just them 3-4 teams.
Right.
Philly, Boston, Toronto, Milwaukee. That's it.
Right. Hadi, give them the number if they want to call in again.
312-985-7834.
312-985-7834. 312-985-7834 is the call-in number. If the Golden State lose this series, which I highly doubt they won't lose, this series is up for this whole playoffs is up for grabs. Let's hypothetically say they lose against Houston.
Right.
Anybody could win this right now.
Anybody can get it. But the flip side of that is if they win,
it's over.
I don't think, matchup-wise, there aren't any other teams that I would say match up well enough and can put up enough points. That's really what this is about. That can put up enough points to beat them in a 7-game series.
And that's why I was telling Hadi on the way over here. Houston can't win with one-on-one basketball. They create the isolation and they try to go with Harden, it's not going to work. And if that don't work, they go to the pick and roll game and try to lob it up.
Capella.
We've been playing you for 3 years, and we're not even talking about the regular season. They're used to that ball game. So when you create a half-court type ball game and you put the game in James Harden's hands, they're going to feed off what Utah was just doing, and it worked. Mm-hmm. They just didn't have enough firepower. They pushed James Harden to the right. Which creates turnovers.
I think the difference this year could be a healthy Chris Paul. Chris Paul got hurt in that series last year when they played Golden State, and he didn't finish, healthy. If he's able to play this entire series, that could be the difference, man. Could be.
You got Steph playing the way he's playing. He's not hurt this year.
Hey,
he's playing with a chip on his shoulder.
A lot of people rent money is going with Golden State.
A
lot of people rent money going with Golden State. No question about it.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, you got to play the games. And as we're looking at it right now, it's a close game as we're talking.
What's that score? Give us
That's
an
on
update.
commercial right now. But I'm watching live. But, it's a close game even as we speak. So with that, there's no telling how this is going to play out. It's going to be some good basketball, even with the other series with Portland and San Antonio. That's going to be a good one.
Let's get to them guys.
Let's get to Dame Dollar.
Dame Dollar.
Yes, sir. Big shot.
That goes down as one of the biggest shots, top 10 best shots in NBA history for the playoffs, postseason history. When you think about it, the magnitude of that shot, it was 3 points away from 50. He pulled up from 37.
For game.
To close the series out at home.
Yeah.
There are some feelings with that.
That was
personal.
That was a big shot.
That was personal. He might be the best guard behind Steph Curry in this tournament.
That's one of the things I want to talk about. When people ask, hey, name the top point guards in the league. Typically, off the top of their head, people going to say Russell Westbrook. They're going to say Kyrie Irving. They're going to say Steph, Curry. And after all them, then they might get to Damian Lillard. I named him. They're going to name about 4 or 5 people before they get to Dame. And I'm wondering why. Because at the end of the day, he's showing you year for year, when it come down to clutch time, he always show up. Well, if Portland lose, it's typically not because of Dame Lillard. It's because they came up short somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Why is that? I'll be interested in, hearing people's, idea as to why that is.
I think it's the market. He's not in a big market,
Portland.
He's not in a big market. Like, you look at a team like Orlando, that market ain't really good either.
Right.
But, Ross got busy this year. He had multiple 50-point games.
Right.
And we don't even talk about that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he's not. I mean, he had some big games, but he's not
to score 50 in the NBA.
It's a big deal. You got, a lot of players who've done that. It's huge, but I'm talking game for game, year after year after year. This ain't the first time Dame Lillard didn't hit a game winning 3. It wasn't to this magnitude in the playoffs, but I can't think of what year that was. But he hit the same type of shot
on Houston.
Was it Houston?
Yeah, on Houston.
For game before. So, I consider him one of the top, not just point guards, but players in the NBA. Because to be clutch like that, to be able to be consistent like that puts you in that conversation, in my opinion.
Do you think Russell Westbrook spoke too soon with saying he been killing him his whole career?
I think Russ was, talking stuff, being competitive, putting it out there, just saying some things to, keep it competitive, keep it, live. But at the end of the day, he got to go home and do some work.
You got to do some work.
And another thing that I want to bring up in regards to that particular series, I don't know if you can win with Russ at the point.
A shoot first point guard won't win the NBA. Won't win the title.
We go back to AI. We go back to, other point guards who, got their team as far as the finals or whatever. But, in particular, Russ on that team, I think is better suited. And the numbers don't lie. I mean, he just got put out in the first round.
Yeah.
he may be suited to move over to the 2.
That's his true position.
You know,
if you can get him a true point guard,
yeah.
they will make much more noise with Paul George. Push him over to the 3.
A pass first type of point guard that ain't looking necessarily to put up points.
He don't even have to be a superstar, though.
Just distribute the ball to those 2 guys, and then, the big guys get in where they get in.
That's it.
I think they may be better suited to go that route than to have Russ at the point. He giving you triple-doubles. You having a good regular season. But when it comes down to the playoffs, that system with him at the 1 is not working.
Somebody like George Bell. What's homeboy name that blew the shot for Cleveland, that blew the layup? And Bron, they tried to blame it on him.
You talking about J.R. Smith?
Nah. What's the guard he tried to kick it to? That cut and Bron should have kicked it to.
I'm drawing a blank. Jordan Bell played for Golden State.
Bell.
Yeah.
George Hill.
George Hill. Okay.
Hill.
Yeah.
He's a solid point guard. He's not gonna shoot. All he want to do is pass.
I'm gonna give you an example of somebody I'm thinking could work. He a little old now, but this type of player, Rondo.
That'll work.
Somebody that knows how, because you don't need Rondo. Listen. Rondo works great on teams where he's not needed to score.
Yep.
You surround him with killers, whether it's KG, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce. Well, on this season he didn't do so well, but when it worked, you got LeBron. That was just a bad example because the Lakers was trash this year. But I'm just saying, even when you put him on a team where you have killers, he can be successful. When he came to the Bulls, obviously, it didn't work out because we didn't have enough killers on the team.
Right.
You put him on a team with Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and that big dude Adams down there, and all he got to do is set up shots for them. All he got to do is put them in position to score. I think they'll fare much better than they're faring right now, even though Westbrook is putting up triple-doubles and, Paul George give you 30s and 40s occasionally. You're not able to get out of the first round consistently. So you got to do something different. Now, I'm not saying Westbrook is the answer. I'm saying a player like that.
Right. Yeah. But Rondo, it seemed like I don't know. I know I'm on the outside looking in, but it seemed like he just have a lot of ego.
Yeah, he's hard to coach.
He seemed like he want to be the team leader when you know you got colder players out there to lead the team.
He's stuck in
and
the
it seemed like he
warp.
get mad when it get to that point, and then next he getting traded.
The thing about Rondo, he's uncoachable. He's stuck in the time warp to where as though he was.
You think he's still in Boston?
He was. At one time, he was a quadruple double type guy.
Right.
Damn to get you
Boston.
a quadruple double.
On Boston, yeah.
He got busy in Boston.
Yeah.
So I think he's stuck in that.
That was 10 years ago, though.
But his IQ for the game is much.
It's through the roof.
It's high.
It's through the roof, man.
Yeah,
it's through the roof.
It really was
It's
back
just-
then too.
He
has
needs
to be
learn
on the
how to
right.
Take the back seat.
He has to be on the
Yeah.
right squad. You
Yeah.
know, even last year when he was with New Orleans, he led them to the playoffs and had them looking good with Niko Mirotic and Anthony Davis and all these guys. It's just that they didn't have enough. So with OKC, I'm not saying again Westbrook is the answer. I'm just saying they need a guy like that opposed to Westbrook. That's just my opinion at the point because it's not working. It's not working.
Not working.
It looked great. It was good on my fantasy. It looked great in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
They win a lot of games. They win some exciting games. He puts on a show. But this is when you make the regular season is when you make your money.
Yeah.
This is when you get your contract and all that. That's cool. That's great. Right now is when you make your name in the game.
Yes,
right now is
sir.
when you create your legacy.
Yep.
Is when you go from being like an all-star good player to being mentioned for Hall of Fame and that type of thing. Is during the playoffs.
During the playoffs.
You know what I'm saying?
Give us an update.
And, it's on commercial right now. But at the end of the day, I would love to see them make that move. But at the end of the day, we still got Portland in the mix going up against San Antonio. Sorry. Going up against Denver. I said tomorrow. That's going to be a good one.
Jokic is a triple-double machine.
he's really stepping up to the table right now, putting himself in the conversation for top big man. Shall we say in the whole league?
How long has he been in the league? I heard of him this year.
Just a few years. He's been around a few
fantasy.
years. A few years. Yeah, been around a few years.
This is a big guy. He can pick and pop. He can shoot the three. He can rebound. He can dribble. He got great court vision.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. He's leading that team. It's a young team. You know, Denver is running gun.
Jamal Murray and Jamal. That backcourt matchup is going to be crazy.
It's going to be tough.
I take Lillard and Dame Dollar over those guys.
But I think
Jokic
might be the difference because Portland's big guy got hurt.
I forgot the name.
I get the two names mixed up, but he was killing too.
He was killing.
And he had a really nasty leg injury and messed himself up. So he's out now.
That may be the downfall.
And that may be the difference in the series. I think if Portland were at full strength, we may be looking at a 7-game, thriller.
But you never know.
But with dude out, it may be tough for Portland. I don't know.
Dame Dollar, man, he's unguardable.
Yeah. He's looking really good.
They have home court advantage. No, they don't. Denver has home court.
Denver has home court. And, I think Denver may just have too much firepower for C.J. McCollum and Dame Dollar. Because after them two, it gets a little sketchy, you know. But, they got Will Barton. They got, Murray. They got the boy from Michigan State. Gary Harris.
Dope.
Paul Milt. They coming at you with waves of guys that any one of them guys can give you 30.
That's a fact.
That's
a fact.
So, I think it's going to be tough.
Form. So let's go over to the East.
Yes, sir.
You got Philly and you have
Toronto. Yes, sir.
Philly lost game 1.
Toronto took game 1.
Kawhi Leonard high.
Man.
45 points.
Out there giving it to him, man. Giving it to him.
45 points. 45 points in fashion.
Yeah.
I want to see how the series turn when they go to Philly.
Yeah. I think that this is a defining series for Philly. Toronto, either way, they're going to do what they're going to do. But a lot of people felt like Philly, this may be the year Philly was going to be able to take it to another level.
Nah.
They got Embiid. They got Simmons. They now have Jimmy Butler and the other boy, Tobias Harris.
Salute to my boy AM Early Morning.
So, at the end of the day, they got enough so-called weapons. It's just, can they play together? And that's been really the issue because talent ain't the question. They can't put it all together to figure out how to make it work. And they may end up having to lose a couple of those pieces. Because they got it looks like they may have too many all-stars.
Philly so stacked. They should be the best defensive team in the league right now.
Yeah.
With everything from the position, you got a 6'9" point guard.
Yeah.
Stretch the floor, 6'9" point guard. Jimmy Butler, arguably the top 5 most tenacious defenders in the league.
He's a hell of a two-way player.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go. Joel Embiid.
Embiid down there, blocking shots, rebounding. He's arguably, I guess most people would say the top center.
Arguably, yeah. Tobias Harris.
Yeah.
J.J. Redick.
Coming off the bench.
Not bad on the defensive side.
Yeah.
They should be making more noise than they are, man. But we'll see. It's early.
Like I said, if they don't really, show well in this series, they may need to break that team down a little bit. I'm not saying break it up, but is Ben Simmons everything he's cracked up to be? I don't know. Do you keep Tobias Harris and Jimmy, or do you let one of them go and replace them with a defensive stopper, really good role player type guy? Because you got too many stars. Each one of those guys.
Out of there.
Each one. He may be the person, but each one of those guys, in a sense, is a franchise player.
Big guy just chimed in. He said Portland gonna bust that A double crooked letter.
Wow.
Can't say it on air.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I think it's going to be a good one because, like I said, Denver is going to put up a lot of points.
Said Jimmy gonna call in, big guy.
I can agree with that, man. Portland gonna crush them.
Crush them.
Crush them.
Wow. Okay.
You think they're gonna crush them?
Yeah.
Nah, they gonna
I'd
be
say
a walk in the
4-1. It's gonna be like 4-1.
Wow. Okay. So you got
That's
you
my
got-
prediction.
You got them basically winning in Denver and then winning all their games.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I think it's gonna be good. It's definitely gonna be entertaining to watch. That's probably gonna be possibly the most entertaining. All of them gonna be good because you got this Houston Golden State.
Right.
Let me get a quick update. 3 minutes in the third quarter, they would take the score down right when I'm about to get an update. 72 Golden State, 68 Houston.
Woo!
Oh, it's close.
4-point game.
Golden State gonna win, man. Anytime you're shooting 50% and they the best shooters on the planet, they won't lose. It's a defensive game. They just gotta lock it down.
I was just about to say it's gonna come down to who play a little bit of defense and get some stops down the stretch. Again in that fourth quarter, there's gonna be a good one. You got some good series this year, some really good entertaining series. I see a lot of these series possibly going 7 games. That Milwaukee Boston, that's gonna be a fight. I don't see anybody coming out of that unscathed. Same thing with this Houston Golden State. I can see this going 7. Is it crazy to say Toronto and Philly could go 7? I mean, each one of these series very well could go 7 games and be very, very entertaining. You know what I mean?
The number's not working. So let's go to a commercial break. Music break. Let's go to a music break right now. Let's play some tunes.
Let's advertise this new Neek.
Let's get it.
That's a commercial break.
That's a commercial break.
Let's go with it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, my identity's tailored just how I'm clothed. Don't know how to feel when I ain't fresh. Dapper Dan, we channeling color goals. Insecurities manifest in the flesh. Hella furs, baguettes. Mama was full of debts. She looked fly partying, posing blasted cassettes. I felt how you felt about self was in the linen. Thinking back now, my spirit was dead linen. Materialism, God, these items can't take it with us. Key to life is what we're trying to cover up in us. Validation is poison, let's call it Eve. Fruit is Eric Gardner, no gold, we can't breathe. We think of wealth, we think of bands, rubber. Around the money perspective, it seems no wonder. Can't knock at that feeling like when we chose. Fresh to death is the motto my people chose.
A wise woman once told me, what good is it to gain the world, but I mean, you better find more value within, shorty. I feel rich with what I can't control. Oh, my brother, your worth is yours. Oh, my sister, your goal should be.
Can't function without that flat ish. Diamonds keep us caught up in all bliss. Jewelry dripping like Slick Rick. The ruler is high fitting your heart's mind. I diss the notion that cash rules. Something I had to see. It's what you own that completes your legacy. Sporting the latest Jordans is false self-esteem drivers. Yet I swipe my credit card for them, being honest. Every purchase is a step away from being modest. You can't tell me nothing like that dropout from college. I be the most rich gold grills is infinite. Posture of a king, but say I'm in need of christenings. Baptized in the fire with Ned. When it was listening, divided my soul like partitioning. At the root, I just wanted love, golly. Never seen it unless we Louis Vuitton buying. I'm eyeing examples of what's defying the spirit that we implying. To spin a tree and defiant. Trauma from the slave ships and slave quotas. An asset can buy an asset that's pain potent. Self-righteous for the enlightened. Judgmental declining. We all lost in the iris. Nonetheless, we still fresh to death. That's how it goes. The motto my people chose.
My pops once told me you in the industry where you can gain wealth, but I mean you better dig way deeper within, kid. I feel rich with what I can control. Oh my brother, you're worth it, your gold. Oh my sister, your gold should be. God body.
Have the opportunity to indulge in the things of the Western world. But everybody's goal is different. It's a case of relevance. And from my vantage point, my value is my gold. My worth is my gold. What I represent is my gold. What's yours? Gold.
Back to Check the Scoreboard Radio with music and sports talk alive. Oh man, greatest offensive team ever assembled on a basketball court. You guys, the phone lines are now open. 312-985-7834. Once again, 312-985-7834. Call in, weigh in on this conversation. So we said the Golden State refs. It's not working, man. It's not going to work. You won't beat them guys. If they shooting 56%, it's no beating them. I don't care how close the game is, they will get the stops down the way.
It's going to be tough. Right now they up 6 going into the fourth. That fourth quarter going to be very interesting. Real quick, before we got our last quarter of the show, definitely got to talk about the Bears and the draft last night, well, for the last couple of days. Just want to give everybody a recap on what we got. Bears did not have a first-round pick, did not have a second-round pick, so our first pick was in the third round of a running back by the name of David Montgomery out of Iowa State. Mm-hmm. This guy is supposed to be in the same mold as Jordan Howard, just with the ability to catch a little bit outside of Jordan Howard. But, primetime running back, 3-down running back. They're basically putting this guy in position to be the starting running back starting this season, along with Tariq Cohen and one of the other guys they picked up. They got Cohen, they got him, and they got
the wide receiver cat.
No. I'm talking about
the running backs, the backs.
Davis from Mike Davis from your team, from
My team.
Pets.
The who?
Yeah,
Yeah,
from the New England.
I'd say my team.
Yeah, that's your team, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't catch amnesia now.
Brady is the greatest. That's what that is. That's all that means. Brady is the greatest. They got the best wide receiver in the draft too, but right now we talking about the Bears. I like the wide receiver we chose.
Riley Ridley out of Georgia.
Yes.
A lot of people had this guy as a first-round pick.
Yes.
Some type of way,
nice.
He slid all the way down to the 4th round.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
That was a good pick.
But talent-wise, many people say he's a first-round talent.
He's a first-round talent that slipped through the cracks. How? I don't know.
Right.
He is nice. Go check his highlights. He's nice.
I've been listening to the pundits, and a lot of people are saying he could start with Allen Robinson this season. So it's going to be really interesting. What I'm reading and hearing a lot about is basically the Bears' wide receiver core is solid. We got between a young guy, Anthony Miller, who played pretty well last year as a rookie, Taylor Gabriel. We also picked up Cordell Patterson.
Yeah.
I think he came from the Patriots also, didn't he?
Yes.
So we're in really good shape as far as wide receiver. I don't think
on my slip through the cracks. He just got it.
The third pick, they picked up a defensive back, Duke Shelley. Not really super familiar with him.
Nah.
They also picked up, now this was kind of a head scratcher. I don't know what that was about. They picked up another running back by the name of Kerrith White out of Florida Atlantic. I'm not really sure why they getting so many running backs, but they picked him up. And then with the last pick, they picked up another corner by the name of Stephen Denmark.
Who is DeAndre Simone Barnes?
Not really familiar with DeAndre Simone Barnes. I'm assuming he was picked.
I'm sorry. That was somebody. See, this is what happens when you check the scoreboard radio. As somebody big got tagged in the live.
Okay.
Okay. It's actually a woman.
Okay, well, no, she wasn't in the draft then.
Nah, definitely not.
But that's the Bears draft, basically. They picked up 5 guys, 2 defensive backs, 2 running backs, and a wide receiver. Nobody on the D-line and no kicker. Nobody on the O-line. So I'm thinking that they feel like those units are set. You can never have too many D-backs because those guys go down. Other teams want to play 5 receiver sets and stuff like that, so you got to have those defensive backs ready to go. And, it looks like as of right now, unless they make a move that we don't see coming, this is your Chicago Bears team for 2019.
And I like it. It's about the offense, man.
Yeah.
We can put up points. I said it, and I lived with it last year, and I believe if they would have accomplished what I said, we would have had a red carpet to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
All we had to do was put up 21 points a game. The defense was able to hold us down.
Right.
And they have. How much do you want them to hold us?
Right. You got to score. You got to score. You got to put up some points. And what they've done with this draft and free agency is they've basically put Trubisky in a situation where all he got to do is don't turn the ball over.
Don't turn it over.
All you got to do is put it in the hand of these playmakers, and we should be fine because we got enough. I ain't gonna say we got all-stars at every position on offense, but we got adequate guys that can make the plays. All he got to do is not turn it over.
Exactly.
And we should be straight.
I'm very excited to find out, to see how the wide receiver is going to do. That's just an extra threat out there.
Yeah.
Young guys, we're giving them a chance to make the name.
Yeah.
The coach of the team is already young. They get along well.
Yeah.
I think he's going to fit right in. I'm excited to see how he...
if things keep going like they're going, the Bears are going to be in contention for a while. The only thing, at all times in NFL and any other sport, one thing that can definitely break a team up is money.
It's money, yeah.
But as far as the talent that he's picking, we in position to do well for some years.
We good, man.
With Khalil Mack and that defense already pretty much in order.
Top 3.
we should be good for a while. It's really going to depend upon. We don't really need Trubisky to be Brady. You don't have to be that.
I wish he could be.
That'd be awesome, but he doesn't have to be that. He just needs to be consistently, decent and don't turn the ball over,
right.
And we should be fine.
Can I touch on a topic?
Go for it.
The New York Giants.
I don't know what the hell the Giants are doing, bro.
They passed up on
two
great quarterbacks, and one of them, the first one they passed up on, he's a black kid.
Mm-hmm. Out of Ohio State. I can't call his name.
He's gonna be nice.
Yeah. Better. Okay, I'm gonna let you finish your point.
Do you think it was
racial?
Racial.
No, I don't think it was racial because they picked so many players that are of color. I've never heard anything negative like that about the Giants. I just think it's somebody in that office felt like that quarterback out of Duke. I cannot call his name, but when I saw it, I said they picked a quarterback out of Duke at number 6. Whoa! Somebody in that front office thinks that he's the goods. I'm curious to know who that was and what they saw that we didn't, that not just us, nobody saw. Nobody had that guy going that high in the draft. So somebody is seeing something in this kid that nobody else in the league, nobody else in even college saw.
I think it was racial.
You
don't pass up on that guy. Just like you don't pass up on Deshaun Watson.
But what I'm saying is, you don't pass up on, the quarterback out of Ohio State. I get that, but there were other white quarterbacks that they passed up on to take this kid out of Duke. Is what I'm saying.
So they got a lot of faith in this.
They got some faith in him because if it was a racial thing, it was some other quarterbacks that were higher graded than the kid out of. I mean, let's keep it funky. I'm saying quarterback out of Duke. We're not talking about basketball. We're talking about football.
Yeah, exactly.
Quarterback out of Duke. I think that says it all. His name don't even matter. When the last time Duke produced a quarterback that was worthy of a first round and beyond first round, let's say this, top 10 pick
Put it like
in the draft.
Homie gonna show the Giants when he play them. He played for the Redskins, the same conference.
I don't get it.
He gonna show you.
I don't get it. That was a big blunder.
He's gonna show you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Washington made the right move because again, that kid shouldn't have slipped past him and probably maybe a couple other teams, but. For them to pick that quarterback out of Duke, I was blown away. Like, what the heck? What?
That it was crazy. But they got to deal with that. I like what the Bears did.
I do.
I love what the Bears did, and I'm waiting on football season, man.
I'm hearing that they got the highest draft grade out of in our particular division, the Central Division. They got the highest grade, and that's without a first or second round pick.
Exactly. We got a first rounder.
Well, indirectly.
Yeah,
indirectly.
We got one. Give us an update. Any updates?
Oh, damn. I got to talk about this football, man.
Fourth down. Let's keep the people updated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I took it off. But yeah,
fourth quarter.
They going at it, bro. It's coming down. It's coming down to it. Any minute. Oh, it would. Every time you ask for an update, bro, it's on commercial, man. I know people's had to hear me say it's on commercial, but it's on commercial, man. You know what I mean? But
what's the update, though? Where he said Golden State gonna lose. That's the update. I bet they not down. But let's get into another topic.
No doubt. The other thing we want. Oh, you got something?
Go ahead.
The other thing I want to go into real quick. Cubs, man.
We're 3 games out of
first place. 3
place.
games out. They started off a little slow. They still aren't as consistent as we'd like so far, but they're playing a lot better. And they still haven't got Addison Russell back.
Get rid of Addison Russell. Trade him over to the AL for pitching. We need pitching.
They need pitching bad.
The pitching was killing us.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is how we can't be consistent. One night we score 9 runs. The second night we have not even 2. It's either a shutout or 1 point.
Yeah.
We let them score 7, 8 runs.
But we still playing home run ball too. We still playing home run ball.
You gotta manufacture runs.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Joe Madden has yet to do that. You have to manufacture runs, and it may be because of lack of pitching. We're not pitching
consistent
well at all.
Yeah, not consistent.
That's our Achilles heel, man. We got to pitch the ball correctly and do it to a point to where as though we can hold 2-0 lead.
Right.
Going into the seventh.
Because when it comes down, you're gonna have to win some of them 3-2, 4-3 games. You're gonna have to do it.
You're gonna have to do it, man. My brother Darwin, he made a great point. He said you could lose the division in April, and not in September.
Right.
And that's true. We started off slow.
They did.
We're picking it up now, and I think I still got every year I got us going to the World Series. I don't care how horrible we are. We get a shot. Now,
well, Milwaukee is coming back down to earth. They started hot.
Yeah.
But they're coming on back down to earth. St. Louis is playing well.
St. Louis, Paul Goldsmith is playing well.
Yeah, they're playing well.
He's a great pickup for those
So
guys.
it's one of the things. It's gonna be a tough ride all the way through the season. This gonna be right now I think they 3.5 or 3 games back.
3.5 out.
It's gonna be that way between those 3 teams up and down all through the season. I think that's how it's gonna play out.
I got us getting the division, man. We would have had the division last year had those pitchers gave us wins. We don't even Tyler Chatwood in the bullpen now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a waste of $10 million. We could have paid somebody else that money.
Unfortunately, the decisions they've made as far as signing pitchers hasn't worked out very well.
It hasn't. Theo's a mastermind. I still got faith in him. He did his job already. If we don't win another World Series during this time,
but that said, it'd be a shame with this lineup, with this team, with this much talent, 5 years from now to look back and say we only got one out of the deal.
One is good.
One is great. One is awesome. Great. But this team is good enough to win more than one.
That's a fact. We should win 3 out of 5 years.
They better. Now, taking it to the other side of town, the Sox are playing a lot better. Got a young team. They got the young boy Anderson, the shortstop. He's playing very well. We're not talking playoffs and nothing like that.
I'm finna go there.
Right. We ain't even on that level. But we are showing flashes. The young guys are starting to turn it around a little bit.
That's cool. They got GOAT and all that. That's good. But in that league, they won't make it.
It's gonna be tough. We still got some moves to make. Here's the ironic thing: the Sox don't really have any big major contracted stars right now. These are all guys from the farm system. They made the trade to get these young guys in. So if next year, maybe year after that, that's when they should go ahead and start spending some money, bringing in some big name guys, some stars, and then we right back in the mix. I only mention it to say that you seeing flashes of a young upcoming team, some nice pitchers, things like that. They on the right track. They on the right track. We not in the Cubs hemisphere yet, but we a couple years down the line.
You got a while to get out that American League, man. That's a stacked league. You got to go through so many
juggernaut teams.
Like it's crazy in order to do anything over there. Like we sit at the top of ours.
And right now Boston isn't playing very well, but they're gonna get better. Yankees have been kind of inconsistent.
Well, they got 11 players on the DL, on the injured reserve list.
They're gonna be better.
They'll be better.
You got Houston still in the mix doing their thing. It's gonna be interesting in the AL. But as far as the National League, the Cubs are still in it. They're definitely in it. It's still early, of course.
Still early.
They're really, really early. But they got to get more consistent with the pitching, man.
We don't have it, man. One thing I want to let's go to another topic. This is the beginning of the baseball season. We got all summer for that.
No doubt.
Let's talk about the Knuckleheads interview with Patrick Beverly.
Oh yeah. If you guys haven't checked out the Knuckleheads podcast on either I think it's iTunes, but definitely on YouTube, I highly recommend you guys tuning in and checking out Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles' podcast called The Knucklehead. They talk basketball for real.
Made me proud to be a Chicagoan.
Their most recent episode was featuring Chicago's own Patrick Beverly, and they did an awesome interview talking about everything from his upbringing in Chicago, his high school days, his college days, all the way up until right now, him as one of, if not the elite perimeter defender in the league right now. He giving you insights on his mindset, on how he goes out and stuff like that, and competes with these guys, Kevin Durant and all these guys. Really, really good interview. And as a Chicago kid that used to play a little ball back in the day, it makes you really proud to,
be a part of it.
To hear that, you got Quentin on there talking about how, the challenges he faced going from the South Side all the way to Whitney Young and all the different things he had to go through. So really great interview. Really, really good interview.
Why they watching that interview solidified the fact that Chicago is one of the best cities with basketball culture.
Oh, yeah.
You got Seattle. Seattle got a lot of ballers. New York, of course.
Yeah.
The whole Cali, they produce a lot of ballers. But Chicago is a certain grit you have to play with, and you have to have a certain toughness.
And they talk about
to get out there and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And it just made me proud to be a Chicagoan. I played a little ball myself. I didn't semester at Marshall High School. You feel me? They talked about the paddle.
Yeah, like I said, they talked about a lot of stuff.
I wasn't getting that paddle. Some of the same coaches and everything, I just wasn't the one that, if I was out there playing 25 minutes a game, okay, I'll be the leader and set example. Give me the paddle. Boom. I wasn't seeing no time.
Didn't make no sense.
Didn't make no sense. You're not going to hit me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm out.
And,
I got to run.
To that notion, Darius Miles said the same thing. Like, down in East St. Louis, I wasn't no coach finna put his hands on me.
Period.
You know what I mean? So, really good interview, man.
Really good
we get both sides of the story, but you also get that insight from guys that's played in the league and even currently in the league as to what it takes to get there, stay there, and have success there. And all the things that go into it, the work ethic, the mindset, all those things. Really good interview. And not just his interview is very, very, very good, but they've done others that I would, love to promote and make sure you guys check out that Knuckleheads podcast. It's really dope.
Definitely. I got to go back and check the one with the glove.
Yeah.
I know he talked plenty of stuff.
Talking crazy, yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was a bum. I was the coldest, but I was a bum. I always say you was a bum. That's all, Philly. Mike Rhymes was your destiny. Yeah, I was hot garbage. But I'd dunk on you, though, if I got the lane. You able to give us an update on the game?
I don't know whether you are able to see the exact moment to ask me when it go on commercial or not. Dude, look at that.
And they just went on commercial.
Dude, it just went on commercial.
But have you Golden State looking?
They're looking good. They winning, but I couldn't tell you the game.
As long as they winning,
I couldn't tell you.
Golden State up 2. 89-87.
Okay.
That's heavy. That is heavy. So we looking at how much time left?
It's gonna come down to the whoever get the last few possessions, executing at the end of the game, defensive stops. Whoever don't turn the ball over, all that type of stuff, man.
Curry got 5 fouls. Golden State to win the game, man. 7 minutes. Golden State to win that game.
There's still a lot of game left.
Yeah, a lot of game left.
Yeah.
They'll pull away, go up 10, seal a game. It's the first game in the NBA playoffs is like the first match in boxing.
Right, first round.
Yeah, we got it the first round. Yeah, we got to fill out the opponent, see what they coming with, see what the angles they coming with, the score and the defensive schemes.
See where they head at.
See where they head at. Pause. But that's basically how it is, man. Anything pop culture?
Cassidy battle.
I'm hearing that he might have took an L yesterday. I haven't seen it. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I seen it.
I hope my man's ain't took an L like that, man.
For those who don't know, Cassidy went up against Goods last night in a freestyle battle. Where were they at? Atlanta?
Yeah, Atlanta.
Saturday night. There was a big card. There was a few different guys going at it last night. About 5 or 6 different battles.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really keep up with the names like that, but that URL league thing is really taking off. But they saying Cassidy took a L.
The other battles, they were saying they was nothing to really see anyway. So.
Oh, word.
Yeah. But I saw the first 2 rounds. First 1.5 round of Cassidy and Goods. Cassidy lost the toss, so he went first. You felt the hype. Cassidy was coming with the bars, and they was oohing and ahhing. Then the thing was, how was Goods going to react? Goods' first round just blazed.
Got him.
Because you got so many angles to come from.
Mm-hmm.
You're a major artist that really didn't get over the hill, the hump. He talked about Swiss Beats. He talked about R. Kelly. It was crazy. You know what I mean? But it'll be on YouTube, man.
Well, it's good for the culture. It definitely gives something to be talked about. That battle culture. That's a lane for a lot of cats that really don't make songs, aren't really looking to get into the game on that level, but really are thorough on that battle side. Yeah. So it really gives a platform for them to go at it. And it's good for the culture. Those guys get together, talk super crazy about each other, but at the end of the day, when it's all over, they shake hands and it's respect. And I think that's dope.
I don't think Cassidy kicked it with him after that one. Shake hands and everything, but we ain't kicking it. Like after the battles, they be cool with each other. They go out.
That's how you're supposed to.
I think that was a major upset. I think he probably got on the first thing spoken back to Philly.
Well, he say, if you take an L, you're supposed to go at that person again until you get him.
You don't want that.
So
but he was ready.
Does it make sense for there to be a part 2 to this battle? I had to see it to see how one-sided it was.
If they do that, Cassidy gonna win.
I think so.
Cassidy
because you came with everything you could come with the first round. Cassidy got to switch it up, man. Like same flow.
Well,
hotel.
Well, he gonna switch it up. He probably. Just had to get out there and experience it,
Because that last battle was how long ago? With him and Disaster, I think his name.
Oh, that was
a couple years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So he been out of the mix a little while.
Yeah, man.
That ain't Disaster, though. That dude was ready.
I haven't heard none of Good's battles, though. So I was already just under the assumption that Cassidy was just going to destroy him.
Yeah.
Because I done seen him. He done said some bars, man, like some serious bars.
Yeah, I think that's an angle that they could really, go with, is by having some of these artists that, were on a level of a Cassidy. Unfortunately, Cannabis got out there and didn't do too well.
He told Cassidy he told one bar, he said, "How you want $250,000 for a battle when you don't get $250,000 for a show?" Crowd went crazy. Like it was facts, but you just gotta see it, man. Like it was.
Damn.
It got kind of boring, but
Wow. Yeah, they should have a battle every time where it be like an artist, like a Cassidy that's been out, on that level, going up against one of these guys and just seeing, how it would work out.
Yeah. The only way a major artist will work is if you got an artist like Dave East that's popping right now. He at the top of his game right now.
He not going that.
He don't have the time.
Right, he not gonna do it. It had to be somebody that's, like I said, that's been that on that level with a name.
Exactly.
But that's kind of fell back a little bit and get them in the mix. I think that would be dope.
Because they gonna attack your past, your career, what you ain't doing.
But I mean,
now.
it's 3 rounds. So after you do that, after you say the obvious, all right, now let's go at it.
Cassidy should have came and flipped the script on him and spoke about all that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He coming with the R. Kelly line.
So take that away from him.
Take that element away. You went first.
Right.
They coming with the R. Kelly lines. They coming with the they coming with the Swiss beats.
The Swiss beats don't mess with you no more.
Yeah,
and
they coming with from that angle. So you got to take that away from him.
He was in a car accident and all this stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Make his rounds look watered down because I just spoke the obvious.
Right.
And then you go kill him the 3rd round. But it's easier for me to say, man. I write records, man. I write songs.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. That's a lane for guys who really just spit bars. They ain't really, trying to put no concept together and things like that. And if you excel in that lane, that's the spot for you. So I support it. I salute it. I think it's dope. Because everybody, it's a lane for everybody. You just got to figure it out. And, for them, that works.
Any updates?
91-89. KD is at the free throw line. There's 5 minutes left. This is going to be less than 6 points either way. That's how it's going to play out.
Yeah. I take it Harden ain't having a good game.
It must be if they that close.
Take that right hand away. Take that left hand away from him. He can't. How you make it to the NBA? You can't go right. You the best left forward in history.
Well, you can't take nothing away from Iguodala. They got Iguodala on him. I'm looking at right now. They got Iguodala.
Oh, he stepped up.
He's stepping up against Harden.
He started with the Hamptons
to slow him down, and it looks like he's doing just that.
Yeah, they start with the Hamptons lineup. They went small and they faster. You know, Clint Capella, they making D'Antoni take Clint Capella off the floor. You can't throw the alley hoop because they meeting you right there. They slapping it out the air. So, you know, it just ain't going to work. 91, 94 GS is on, you know.
One of the things I want to definitely say as we conclude for the day, you know, best wishes, get well soon. We wish we sending nothing but good prayers and good energy out to movie icon, hip-hop icon, you know, director of Boys in the Hood, John Singleton. Had a stroke this week. He's been in a coma for a few days.
Wow. I didn't know that.
You know, we definitely want to send good energy straight from everybody here. Check the Scoreboard Radio. From from higher learning to Boys in the Hood. You know, awesome movies for the culture that he's given, you know, along with the music videos he's directed. You know, one of the first guys to put Ice Cube in the mix. And, you know, we look at all the things he's contributed as a result. You know, so big shouts to John Singleton. I hope everything goes well for him.
And while we on that, you know, I want to personally dedicate this episode. You know, he was like a cousin to me. He was murdered in K-Town. My boy Tank, you know, his Aunt Cynthia and my Uncle Pooh had a long-term relationship from the 70s to the mid-90s. So we grew up like cousins, you know what I'm saying? Praying for Cynthia and the family over there. He was gunned down in K-Town last week. And also prayers and good vibes to the homegirl. She used to come on VB a lot. Katia knew her real well. My cousin Mimi knew her. Shakia, she was sitting in the car with a dude she was talking to. And 2-something in the morning, they came through and killed both of them, man. So prayers and good vibes to her and as well as homeboy. You know, Chicago, let's not get off to this start, man. It's been a long week for your boy. Let's not get off to this start. Let's spread love. You know what I mean? Stop killing each other. Let's get the paper and buy the neighborhoods we want to shoot up.
Absolutely.
So,
but no, let's not shoot up no neighborhood.
Let's just buy the neighborhoods.
Let's just buy
that
them
we shoot up.
And,
you know what I mean?
And no shooting at all. Let's have barbecues and parties and
let's show love.
And you know, education for the kids and community centers and all the good things that we talk about and envision. Let's start doing some of those things.
Yeah,
it's time. It's time, man.
Salutes, prayers and good vibes to the families and man, it's just been shook up week for the boy, man. But we gonna keep moving and we gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Signing off. Another great episode.
Check out that Neek album. Check out Quest Bar. Check out that. I'm gonna say check the Scoreboard Radio. Chicago, Third World City.
Yeah,
we're still in the mix. Be on the lookout for that video coming out soon. Shows coming up next month. We love y'all. Check y'all next week. Peace.
Yeah. Peace.
Stop it.
Trying to catch the feeling. Outcast rapping past 30 is unappealing. Everybody reaching for levels is billboard. You know you made it when it's something they kill for. Famous, same OG now, but life changes. Unfamiliar, these bright lights, they yield strangers. Penning autographs, man, and getting mine aimless. Time flies, the routine, the fleece Satan. Any day now I tell myself, gold gramophone polished on my mama's shelf. Tuxedos front row, nominated the wealth. Got gold diggers and foes, I'm addicted to quartets. Know it's coming soon, seeing days like this. Prayer rugs in my living room, I am convinced I won't see the beast. Barely ever capiche, the scheming on my soul with hollow tips for teeth. Word the fiasco, recycle the lines, change lives for the people that Basquiat flow. Just know life bigger than yourself. Heavy is the crown, rocking it, do it to death. What?
Jam like a tech, like a tech.
everything, trying to live righteous like poor teachers. Leave a legacy of a tip in the fight. It's a blessing that we change your lives. Find a quest, find a tribe, find a meaning that lies within your soul. The reason why those Marilyn Monroe's front rows at the shows where sexual healing goes. A king always seen before he know he a king. The reason why he can't find demons in life seems not a thought like genes. The enemy skin deep. You gotta elevate before you covered in deceit. The evils want it all, no way they die in discreet. Bad rap, gotta give them like I'm skipping off beat. Who you be? What you represent like Illmatic. Authentic vibes is the key. Perpetrators, violators, getting caught up in the crossfaders. Scratched out cause they don't flow Avis. They don't know, no drive to bring changes. Build legends like tongue natives. Reverse what I stated. Native tongues riddle me that. Trying to be what they said I couldn't be. Get back. Whoa.